Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 1968 Abarth 595 SS. So this now has 668 horsepower, 682 pounds-feet of torque from a now 2-litre turbocharged inline-4 engine. The car itself now weighs only 1,188 pounds, has off-road tyres, all-wheel drive and off-road suspension, and it can now do 0 to 60 in 4.325 seconds, 0 to 105.6 seconds, and going to a top speed of 184 miles an hour. So yeah, we've not had another Abarth on this series because Abarth have only just been newly introduced into this game. So yeah, we're trying this one out because it's the most hilarious car to pretty much try out on this kind of series. Not serious whatsoever, basically like to see what other kind of small city slash micro cars have we had on this series so far, likes of the Peels, the Trident and the P50, and the Renault 8 Gordini. No, not the Renault 8 Gordini, the Renault 4L Export, which again is another small lightweight car from the 50s, 60s, or wherever it was. So yeah, I'm not expecting this to be great, because as you can see the handling isn't particularly brilliant, but the acceleration, launch and braking are all really rather solid. Top speed is decent, but yeah, the handling isn't great, and the off-road capability isn't really all that high either. But yeah, no idea what this is going to be like. It could be a car that's going to be a nightmare. It might fall over, bounce around, anything like that. Could easily also be a pretty oversteery kind of car because it's such a short wheelbase. Plus that engine is still at the rear, so it could act like a pendulum and basically swing us around. But it's definitely not going to be slow in terms of straight line speed, as you can see. Certainly far quicker than it can ever be originally. Got about 640 or thereabouts horsepower more than standard, which is a lot. Yeah, and you can feel the car already trying to lift up and do all sorts of other things that are not useful for a quick time on this course. And it's extremely loud. It's got turbo anti-lag on it. Every car in this game loud, but this seems to be particularly so. Oh dear. No real control there to stop going over that bit, so just have to go with it. Oh, yeah, that's what I expected to happen, to be honest. Let's just continue like nothing happened. Actually find the checkpoint. I'm letting that slide. Obviously I could rewind, but I'm letting it slide because we only have 3 rewinds to use on this series. That's a limitation I have enforced just to make it more fair. But yeah, I've let it slide because we didn't really lose too much time from it, and I predict that we're going to have far worse crashes than that. So yeah, let's let that go. And I do hope it is the only one that we have, but if it isn't, then we do have the ability to correct them. So it's an insane amount of power in this car for something that weighs so little, and at the end of the day it's also a really small car. It's quite a tall car though for something that is so small, so that's why we have such an innate possibility to roll over. Combine that with the fact that it's got now much thicker tyres and much higher ground clearance from increasing suspension. We'll let that go again because again we're going to lose too much time. If we roll again in the last corner or the second last corner or anything like that, then obviously we're going to rewind because we've got much more to go, but we've still got a good portion of the course left. We're going to let it slide as well. Sharpish down there, more than 150. Some cars haven't even managed 140, so yeah, more than 150 in this is quite mad. I'm looking forward to this car being reintroduced into the game once I heard Abarth coming back, because I figured there weren't going to be that many Abarth vehicles for them to choose from, and I really didn't expect them to put in an Abarth vehicle that we've never had before, which is a shame. I would have liked that to have been the case, but they haven't done, so yeah, we'll just have to let it roll in that regard. literally in terms of this car. But yeah, that is far quicker than the cars that I mentioned before, like the Peels and the Renault 4L Sport, as it's managed 3 minutes 27.950, which is actually fairly competitive considering what this car is and the fact we rolled it twice. So yeah, that is quicker than a Ford F-150 SVT Lightning, a Mazda 323 GTR, a Porsche 911 Desert Flyer, a Polaris RZR Pro XP Ultimate, a Land Rover Defender 110X, a brand new Ford Bronco, a Illumicraft Trick Truck, Deberti Ford Super Duty F250, and the likes of a Toyota Land Cruiser and a Toyota Tundra. So this is faster, despite rolling over twice, than several fairly serious off-road competition like the Porsche 911 Desert Flyer, for instance, which was literally built to be able to go off-road, and yeah, this is faster than that despite rolling over twice. So yeah, it's not the fastest by any means, and the likes of an Oldsmobile Tornado and a Cadillac XTX Limousine, for instance, are quicker than it, but still fairly good considering all of the aspects that were going against it: the short wheelbase, the high centre of gravity, the fact that it rolls over, the immense amount of power and torque that it had over its original stock form. So yeah, fairly impressive considering all of that. So yeah, any car that's slower than this, quite frankly, put to shame as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, this is part of the Italian automotive update that has been added to the game. This is part of the several cars that have been added via the auto show, although there was going to be several more added via the Festa playlist, and we also have a new car pack. So yeah, but this is a car that I really enjoy driving in stock or otherwise, so get out there and try it out if you haven't already. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.